TV seems to be in a really good state right now. We have Invincibles, White Lotus, Daredevil, and Severance all airing right now. Now, I haven't seen any of these. I'm not a big TV show guy myself, but all this hype for these shows has made me think, what TV show became a culture phenomenon overnight? And then I remember. That show is Stranger Things. In 2016, the Duffer Brothers introduced audiences to the small town of Hawkins, Indiana, with Stranger Things. Season 1 quickly became a culture phenomenon, blending supernatural, horror, science fiction, and coming-of-age drama into a compelling and nostalgic narrative. While its influences from 1980s medias were clear, the show stood out due to its strong character development, meticulous world-building, and masterful storytelling. More than just a throwback to classic films like E.T. and The Goonies, Stranger Things crafted an emotional and suspenseful story for all ages. Set in 1983, Stranger Things begins with the mysterious disappearance of Will Byers, a young boy from Hawkins, Indiana. As his friends and family search for him, they uncover a hidden world of government conspiracies, supernatural creatures, and a young girl with telekinetic abilities known as 11. Now, I vividly remember how Stranger Things dominated conversations during my high school years. It was everywhere, instantly cementing itself as a modern classic. Walking into any retail store, the trailer would be playing on repeat on the TVs. Hot Topic was practically transformed into a Stranger Things shrine. The show's peak was unlike anything I had ever witnessed for episodic TV, a culture phenomenon that felt inescapable in the best way possible. At the heart of the series, it's a richly developed cast of characters. Winona Ryder delivers a standout performance as Joyce Byers, a mother whose desperation and determination to find her missing son drive so much of the season's emotional weight. David Harbour's Jim Hopper stars as a jaded and troubled police officer, but gradually reveals layers of grief and redemption, making him one of the show's most compelling figures. The younger cast members were so well cast. This is probably the best kid acting I've ever seen in my life. They are able to capture the essence of childhood friendships and adventure.
Something wrong with your sister.
What are you talking about?
She's got a stick up her butt.
Yeah, it's because she's been dating that douchebag Steve Harrington.
Yep, she's turning into a real jerk.
She's always been a real jerk.
She used to be cool. Like that time she dressed up as an elf for our Elder Free campaign.
4 years ago!
11, who is played by Millie Bobby Brown, is particularly amazing in this show, especially in season 1. Beyond the core characters, the supporting cast adds further richness to the narrative. Natalia Dyer's Nancy Wheeler undergoes one of the most satisfying character evolutions, transforming from a stereotypical high school girl caught between social expectations and personal desires into a determined investigator uncovering the upside-down horrors. And this goes on beyond season 1. Charlie Heaton's Jonathan Byers offers a contrast to the rest of the teens. He's able to embody an outsider perspective that is deeply tied to his family struggles. Joe Keery, Steve Harrington, who is my personal favorite character in the show, initially introduced as an arrogant boyfriend trope, becomes a surprise standout by the season's end, hinting at a greater depth that would be explored in the later seasons. Even minor characters like Barb left a lasting impression on audiences, sparking discussions about character justice and the show's treatment of secondary figures. Beyond its characters, Stranger Things thrives on its ability to blend genres seamlessly. It is a supernatural thriller, yet it's also a coming-of-age story centered on friendship and loyalty. At times, it shifts into a government conspiracy thriller, with the Hawkins National Laboratory serving as a shadowy force manipulating events behind the scenes. This fusion of genre is able to keep the narrative fresh and engaging. It's able to ensure that each episode balances horror, mystery, and emotional depth without feeling disjointed. The blending of these elements not only enhances the show's appeal, but it also allows it to reach a wide range of viewers. From fans of horror to fans of science fiction, there's something for everyone. The show's setting plays an essential role by being able to recreate the 1980s so perfectly. Stranger Things immerses its audience in a world that feels authentic rather than gimmicky. Everything from the costuming to the analog technology, the bicycle to the soundtrack, reinforces the period without overwhelming the story. Instead of relying solely on nostalgia, the show uses its setting as a backdrop that enhances the stakes. Makes the search for Will Byers feel all the more urgent and isolating. The world building extends to the supernatural elements as well, with the upside down presented as a dark, decaying mirror image of Hawkins, a visual metaphor for the town's hidden horrors. The show's ability to make the setting feel both familiar and menacing is a testament to the Duffer Brothers' attention to detail. Now, the musical score is another key component in crafting the show's distinctive atmosphere. The composition by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein pay homage to 1980 film scores. The soundtrack is pulsating, it's eerie, it's able to heighten tension in horror sequences, while also adding an emotional undercut to the more intimate moments. Now, the show's pacing is also top-notch. The slow unraveling of the mystery at the heart of Stranger Things is another reason the season works so effectively. Rather than relying on shock value, the show builds tension gradually, revealing just enough information to keep the audience engaged while maintaining an air of uncertainty. Eleven's past is revealed in pieces, adding layers to her characters and deepening the mystery of Hawkins Labs with it. The storytelling respects the intelligence of the audience. It allows them to piece clues together alongside the characters rather than spoon-feeding you information. The pacing is deliberate, and it ensures that each revelation feels earned rather than rushed. Season 1 of Stranger Things succeeds because it never prioritizes spectacle over substance, something that they would obviously let go of in the later seasons. It's a blend of character-driven storytelling, atmospheric world building, and well-paced mystery makes it a standout in modern television.